Okay, now we are going to have a look at how we can use an algorithm to solve a multiplication question with a 2-digit multiplier. If you are going to write down your working out and your thinking, an algorithm is probably one of the most efficient ways for you to solve this type of problem because it's an easy way to record your thinking step by step. If you were trying to work out the answer to this problem in your head, that's probably when you would go with split strategy. So we will write down our algorithm. Same as before, we always start in the ones. So our first step is 5 times 7, which gives us 35. We put the 5 ones down and carry the 3 tens from 30 over into our tens column. Now, 5 times 3 gives us 15. So that's 15 tens plus the 3 tens that we carried over from before. So that is 18 tens in total. Now, from 18 tens, we put 8 of the tens down in the tens column and carry 10 of the tens over into the hundreds because 10 tens makes 100. So that's how our 18 gets split. 8 in the tens and the 1 goes up into the hundreds. Now we have 5 times 2, which is 10. So we've got 10 hundreds plus the 100 we carried over from before. So that is 11 hundreds. Now we move down to our 20 in the tens column of our multiplier. Now, when we are multiplying by our 2 here, we need to remember that we're actually multiplying by 20. The 2 in 25 is worth 20. It's in the tens column. So before we start doing any of our multiplication work, we're going to put down a 0. Because everything that we multiply by 2 here, we want to make sure that it's actually multiplied by 20. So we add on that 0 at the end to signify that we're working in the tens with our 20. So now we can go 2 times 7, which gives us 14. And we'll put the 4 down, carry the 1 up here into our tens. Now we will do 2 times 3, which is 6, plus the 1 we'd already carried over. So now we've got 7 tens there. And now 2 times 2, which is 4. So that gives us 4,740. What we have here in the blue, our 1,185, that is our working out for 237 times 5. And what we have down here in the green, that's our working out for 237 times 20. And now what we need to do is add these two values together. So just like a normal addition algorithm, 5 plus 0 is 5. 8 plus 4 is 12. Put the 2 down, carry the 1. 7, 8, 9. And 4 and 1 is 5. 5,925. So doing an addition algorithm with a 2-digit multiplier, you basically times by your ones number, in this case it was by the 5, then you times by your tens number, in this case it was a 2 for 20, and then add those two values together. If you had a number in the hundreds, you would just make a third row underneath where you would times by your hundreds number, and then you would have 3 values to add together at the end. If it was a number in the thousands, you'd have a 4th row so that you could times by your thousands, and you'd have 4 numbers to add together in the end. So we can see here how algorithm shares with the split strategy in that we have basically split our 25. We times by 5 and we've times by 20 and then added those two values together. The algorithm just gives us a way of recording it systematically. It gives us a method to use for our recording.